Hi everyone, welcome to Turnbulls. It's October and it's once again time to go around the butcher's block. Hi everyone, I'm Mark Turnbull. Welcome to the Butcher's Block. I can't believe it, but another month has passed. We're into October again, and it's time to get around the Butcher's Block. As usual, I'm joined by the usual suspects. I've got Master Pete and Butcher Dan. Give it up for these two. Just about got a round of applause. Yeah. Peter, welcome. You're on holiday, but are you getting up to much this week?
Well, I've had my holiday cancelled to Mallorca, so I've just been out my bike and golfing with Dan yesterday. So I've had a good week.
Excellent, yeah. And you've, of course, dedicated as ever, you've come in to do the Butcher's Block this evening?
The fans need me, the fans want me.
There you go, everyone. Peter's come in just for you. Dan, what's going on with you? Everything okay?
Yeah, busy again, yeah.
Anything to tell us about?
Loads of new stuff. Just new today, Scottish slicing platters. Slice of black pudding, white pudding, haggis and lawn sausages. Just new today.
There you go, Butcher Dan special,
nice.
Everyone. Get in and try it. There's a little bit of everything for your Scottish breakfast.
Exactly.
In England, but excellent. Also tonight, I'm joined, as ever, by our roving reporter, town centre manager, Simon Osborne, and our special guest. Give it up for Cheviot Hill farmer, Ross Wilson.
Hey!
How are you doing, Simon? All right?
Yes, good, Mark. Yes, good, Mark. Busy, lots of new lines coming into town centre shop, so...
Excellent. Anything to tell us about it specifically going on at Turnbulls?
So it's National Curry Week.
Is it?
Yes.
You like a curry, do you?
I love a curry. So
Yeah.
we're quite fortunate in so much as that with town centre shop and food hall itself, I'm just going to pop off camera off 2 seconds.
Oh, Simon's brought something along with him. Every month he brings something different. It's always quite exciting. What have we got?
We have two of what I think are the best home curries you can buy. So we've got a curry sauce company, but we also are very fortunate in being only one of two other retailers in the Northeast who source and can sell Raffy's spices. All the ingredients are in the pack, everything that you need. You might need a couple of store cupboard items, something like coconut milk or tomato.
We actually tried that. Butcher Alex cooked some off a few weeks ago, and it is delicious. And it's actually really good value, I think, isn't it?
It
sells at about $6.95, and it looks a lot of money for a small pack. But if you had to buy the individual spices, it would cost a fortune, wouldn't it?
So a pack like that feeds full, and all you need to do is add your meat. But the beauty of them, the thing I like about them is they're so adaptable. So if you like a lamb curry, you can add your lamb, chicken. They do sort of kormas, jalfrezis, the traditional types of curries as well. But they do. My personal favourite is one called Mars Paratal, and Lee Gonzalez, the business owner, this is his mum's personal and secret recipe. It's absolutely stunning. The flavour profiles are so clean. There's none of that sort of stodginess you occasionally get from like sort of takeaway curries. These are better than takeaway curries.
There you go, everyone. So it's International Curry Week. If you fancy having a change, instead of having a takeaway, Simon's recommendation, we've got Raffy's spice mix, and we've also got the curry mixes ready to just add as well. So there we go. Thanks for that, Simon. That's fantastic. Coming up in tonight's show, as I said, tonight's special guest, Ross Wilson, has a farm up in the Cheviot Hills. Butcher Dan and producer Matt have been up to see Ross, so we've got that coming up. We've also got Sausage of the Month coming up, as ever, and our Simply Cook Dish of the Month. But before we start, the most important thing of the evening, it's Wine of the Month. Butcher Dan, are you going to do the honours as ever?
I will.
So
I will
this month, we've got a Shiraz. This is an Australian Shiraz, and it's called Lane Waste. There's a little bit of story. I don't know, can we see that on the camera there, Matthew? So this little bit of art here, a laneway in Australia, apparently, and I hope I've got this right, is an alleyway, effectively, and the artwork on here was drawn onto a wall in a laneway.
Thanks, Dan.
For 27 days. Don't ask us why it's 27 days, but 14.5%. I'm not really a Shiraz or a Merlot drinker, but I've taken a liking to this, and I don't know what you'll think of it, but let's give it a go, see what we think. But I have drank a bit of this lately. It is a very, very good wine. It's wine of the month, which means all month you get 10% off. I'm as prepared as ever, producer Matt. What price is this retailing at?
It's $10.79.
With the discount, $10.79. So this is a fantastic wine if you want to try it. Let me tuck in. What does everyone think of that?
Very nice.
Beautiful, that.
It's lovely, that. Yeah.
I'll look after that one.
There's not the tartness or the bitterness you occasionally get with those two.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big Shiraz drinker, but as I say, I've been enjoying that one at home. So yeah, excellent, good stuff. So, how about washing it down with a little bit of Master Pete's sausage?
That'll do.
It's time for Peter to get his sausage out again. It's that time of the month.
It's my favourite time of the month.
Favourite time of the month. So what we've got, no expense spared here at Turnbulls. We have got a specially prepared jingle, which is coming up any second when producer Matt gets back to the computer. He's running around like a madman there. Put your hands. Getting something. Here we go. A jingle just for Sausage of the Month.
It's time for Sausage of the Month.
How about that? No expense spared. It's Sausage of the Month here at Turnbulls. We've cooked some sausages off. Producer Matt is obviously drinking too much red wine.
And I maybe need
He's
another
forgotten
one.
his role in the video. And now he's not listening to us. So we're going to try this month's Sausage of the Month. Peter, what is this month's Sausage of the Month?
It's pork and apple, which is a trio of English sausage, and we have russets, cocks, and discovery apples in. And I've managed to do it right this time.
Excellent, well done, Peter. Peter gets one little job, and he forgot what he had to say last month, but he's remembered his line. So we've got a delicious pork and apple sausage that we're all now going to try.
I'll take that, Dan.
Oh, we've got Mr. Sausage! Mr. Sausage is coming. So, as we're trying this sausage, it's just a little It's British Sausage Week at the end. We'll be celebrating British Sausage Week at the end of the month. It's actually going to be running from the 29th of October till the 8th of November. So,
Mark, do
British Sausage
you
Week.
do any sort of special offers for sausage?
We do, yes. It's the regular offer. We do it every time. So we sell the sausage in packs now. It's roughly pound packs. And if you buy any 2 packs of sausage, you get 1 pack of traditional pork sausage free. But if you buy any 5 packs of sausage, you'll get 3 packs of traditional pork sausage free. That'll be running for 10 days. We always take in 2 weekends in Sausage Week. So it's become one of the most popular offers with all the customers out there. So we're expecting you'll support it as well as ever. And what we're going to do this year is Mr. Sausage is going to be Mr. Sausage. Mr. Sausage could be visiting your workplace. So if you think during Sausage Week, so that's going to run, as I say, from the 29th of October, if you'd like to nominate your workplace for sausage sandwiches, Mr. Sausage will come at lunchtime and deliver you sausage sandwiches. We'll tell you a little bit more about that nearer the time.
Mark,
That's
can
going
I
to be
just
Sausage
say-
Week.
Mark,
Is it a good sausage?
Can I just say, you said last month he would appear on camera once, and that's the first time he's appeared on
And
camera.
the last.
Oh dear, Mr. Sausage. That's a very nice sausage, Peter. I've got to say.
Yeah, it's lovely, well done.
Thank you.
And of course, it's like it is that time of year when the apples are coming in, so just sort of very seasonal.
Yeah, very
You've done well there, Peter. You should be proud of that.
Well done, Pete.
We'll have
Very
another one.
good. So Ross Wilson, special guest. Ross, you farm. Just tell us a little bit about where you farm. We say the Cheviot Hills. It sounds very glamorous, and I've seen the video. It is very glamorous. But just tell us a little bit about where you are.
Yeah, no, it is. I think it is quite glamorous. We are up the Breamish Ingram Valley, up at Ingram, just on the edge of the National Park, in the Cheviot Foothills. We're up there.
Excellent, good stuff. We're going to see the video in a little while. I thought what would be fun is I've asked you a little question there. I thought what would be good fun this month is to ask Peter and Dan, put them on the spot and ask them a question. And the questions have been plucked from my time, my spare time listening to the radio, and I've been on a webinar. Now, Peter, I was listening to the Joe Wiley show on Radio 2 after I'd been golfing one evening. And as I was driving back into Alnwick, she asked Danny Mays, who is off Line of Duty. Now, I believe you're a Line of Duty fan.
Yes, I am. I love Line of Duty. I like Martin Compton on it. Celtic supporter, so...
Yeah, well, Danny Mays was an actor who appeared in Line of Duty. He was on the Joe Wiley show, and I thought she asked him a fantastic question that I'd like to put to you.
Great.
So Peter's question this evening, and feel free if you can help Peter out here to drop in the comment box below, but Peter, are you a bit of a mover on the dance floor?
No. I'm not, I'm just... to be honest, yes I am.
You're a bit of a mover, are you?
I'm tremendous. Fill that up and I'm going to show you how good I actually am.
Now, if any of you out there have seen Peter on the dance floor, we want to know. Type your comments into the comment box.
I've seen it.
Have you seen him on
Not
the
a
dance
pretty
floor?
sight.
I'll
Not
be
a
honest
pretty
with
sight.
you, 2 or 3 more of them and I'm Patrick Swayze and me
He's
and
a bit-
Dan, I'll be doing it that way. He's going up in there.
He's away at a squash club.
Thanks for that. Actually, Danny Mays gave a fantastic answer. It was a fascinating interview. I don't think Joe Wiley was expecting the answer she got. Now, Dan, I was on a conference call with the Entrepreneurs Circle, a marketing conference this week, and there was a girl called Helena Langdon. Now, she was actually the social media or head of social media at Innocent Drinks, Innocent Smoothies. I'm sure you'll all have heard of it.
Yep.
But she got asked a question, and the question was, is there a social media post that you ever published that you wished you hadn't? Now, I know you don't do social media posts, so I thought I'll tweak that question just for Butcher Dan. Is there ever a dish you've created, Dan, that you wish you hadn't created?
Truffles.
Truffles.
Yep, truffles. That's it.
So it's the best-selling dish
Yeah.
here at Turnbull's.
Yeah.
Is that why you wish you hadn't created it?
Yep.
Come on, then tell us about the truffles and why you wish you hadn't created it.
Well, do you want to try making 600 a week? You'll give the same answer.
600 Dan.
Yeah, 600.
599. Alex does the other one.
Oh, Alex is one. That's right now. Cheers, Alex.
Tomorrow.
Enjoy your
Hi,
holiday.
Alex. You'll kill us.
So if you like Dan's truffles, drop him some positive comments. He needs a bit of motivation.
They must
to
be
keep
good,
the
though.
They must be good. If you're selling 600, that's pretty good. So thanks for everyone for trying them. So yeah, excellent, good stuff. So we've done sausage of the month, but as you know, we also every month here at Turnbull's have a dish of the month. We call it Simply Cook Dish of the Month, and the idea is that we do all the hard work to give you a dish that you just need to pop in the oven and simply cook. So it's kind of it's October, it's Oktoberfest, it's the beer festivals. Because of COVID, they're not really happening this month. Dan, what have you created?
So we did, we've done some Currywurst, which is a sort of traditional German meal. And it was just really to celebrate Oktoberfest. And I've got a little bit of the history. Just
We
chop this up.
look forward every month to Dan. Dan always has
The food
a
historian.
little bit of food history for us. So come on, tell us this.
So I'll let you,
I'm amazed to hear there's history behind the
I'll let you try a
currywurst.
little bit. I'll have to check my notes. Memory's not that good.
Dan, you talking,
So,
Ali?
yeah, just like normal then.
Aye,
So they were first created in 1949. At the time, it was sort of post-war. The British troops were still occupying Berlin. And the story goes there was a woman called Herta Huer. I don't know if I've probably butchered that. But
You butchered it with your German pronunciation.
yes, but she seemingly obtained some ketchup and some curry powder from the British troops at the time. And the story goes that it was a swap for spirits. But that doesn't sound like British troops lighting drop of
Excellent.
alcohol, does it? No?
Well, I don't know if there's any skiers out there. If you've been to Austria skiing, that has got like a hard day's ski,
Yep.
followed by a few pints in the moonlight
It's
bar
lovely, yeah.
with a bit of Johnny Depp blasting out,
Lovely, yeah.
and then a good old currywurst
Yeah.
to just wash it down. That's just
Yeah.
any skiers out there will understand that. If you haven't been skiing, you do find this on the mountains in Austria. It's just a truly unique. It's something totally different. It's a smoked sausage.
Yeah, we
It's
smoke
just
it, yeah.
a lovely
We
curry
smoke it.
sauce on top of it. Just pop
Yeah.
it in the oven.
Yep.
20 minutes.
Yeah, just 20 minutes, yeah.
And
That's
a
it.
delicious, easy meal for you to serve at home.
Well, there's any dance moves after
Really
you've had your sausage and your a few pints?
There's a few dance moves in ski boots, Peter. That's even more unique than your dancing, I'll tell you.
Oh, hey.
Excellent. No, very good. Impressive. So we've got sausage of the month there. If you want to try Peter's pork and apple sausage on, it's on all October. as is Dan's Simply Dish Cook of the Month, Currywurst. Get in and try them. You've got a few weeks. That is lovely, isn't it?
It's really
Nice
good,
tasty,
really
yeah.
good that.
Right, that. So, as I said, we've got a special guest this evening, Ross Wilson. Ross has been supplying us with some venison. So Butcher Dan and producer Matt decided to go up to the Cheviot Hills to Ross's farm, pay him a visit. Let's find out how they got on.
Hi everyone, I'm Butcher Dan, and today I'm up in the Cheviot Hills with farmer Ross Wilson. Hi
Dan.
Ross, how are you doing?
Good, thanks, good.
Thanks for taking the time to show us your farm. Today we're here to have a look at some of the produce that we're going to be getting off you in the next few weeks.
Yep. Yeah, no, good. We're looking forward to hopefully supplying you guys with some venison and keeping local food in the local area. So.
Sounds good. So Ross, how long have you been farming here in the Cheviot Hills?
Well, I've lived here all my life and farming here since 2002, since I came back from university. So yeah, pretty much all my working life anyway. So.
Excellent. And you're not sick of it yet?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
There's certain days where I could probably answer a different question, but on a whole, no, I do. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Lovely up here in the summer though, huh?
It is. No, it's
area.
stunning. We're lucky to live here, and it's a great part of the world.
Excellent.
Especially in what times we're at the minute being out here, we feel very lucky. So.
Brilliant. So Ross, the Cheviot Hills, absolutely stunning. Can you tell us some of the benefits that you get from the land here when raising livestock?
Yeah, it's a good question, Dan. We think this is a really good place to raise livestock. We're in the uplands, we're in the hills. There's a lot of native grasses, herbs, heathers, clovers. And I believe that the uplands here provide a great, varied diet for the animals, which obviously we think is good for them and also good for the consumer at the end of the day. But not just that, but having the animals here, the deer, the sheep and the cattle, actually it helps the environment. It has so many more positive effects for the breeding rate of population, the flora and fauna, and I think that's really important to bear in mind when they're looking at the future of the uplands here in the hills.
Yeah.
That what we do here is really
Such
working
a
with nature.
historical farming area as well, isn't it?
It is. I mean,
Goes
the farming goes back here 10,000 years. The
Yeah.
first people settled on the hills, and it's a scheduled monument, all our hill, dating back, as I say, 10 to 12,000 years when man first ventured here.
Brilliant. So Ross, you deal with farmed venison here,
Yep.
which a lot of people don't necessarily know a lot about. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about it and some of the breed of deer that you keep.
Certainly. Well, we're farming the venison as opposed to wild venison. It's red deer that we farm here. We feel they're a good fit for this part of the country. They're quite hardy. They're very, require little maintenance. But I think from a product point of view, venison point of view, it's a consistent product. It's a young prime animal. It's lived outside all its life, grass-fed, and maybe it's not as strong a flavour as some of your wild venison, which is slightly gamier. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but for a lean, good, tender meat, we believe the farm venison and keeping it in the environment here provides a really good texture and taste to the
And
meat.
from the consumer's point of view, that consistency, it's really important, isn't it?
Exactly. From a consumer's point of view, they know that we're a farm-assured farm. We've been audited and adhering to all our welfare standards. We keep medicine records, they're tagged. Everything's kept perfectly in order on the paperwork side of things, so people can hopefully buy farm venison with assurance you're buying top quality young stock from sustainable farms as well. That's a key thing.
It's important, yeah. So Ross, you've talked quite a bit about sustainability on this farm.
Yep.
I believe you're Planet Mark accredited. Is that right?
That's right. We're a Planet Mark, I think the first Planet Mark approved farm, which basically commits us to reducing our carbon footprint, our fuel use, and just be more environmentally aware. It's something that my wife looked into a couple of years ago, and gradually we've been trying to work towards that. And especially in this day and age when consumers are really interested and clued up on where the meat comes from, how it's farmed. I think it's key to be able to turn around and say, no, look, what we're doing here is good for the environment. What a lot of Northumbrian farmers are doing up here is good for the environment. A lot of them are low intensity situations. The livestock's allowed to mature naturally, and by doing that, having them outside on the hills and the fields, you are helping the environment and everything around it. So we feel that going forward, it's not an option. I feel we have to be environmentally sustainable and be able to justify what we're justify what we're doing here to the end consumer who at the end of the day are buying what we produce.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, Ross. what a wonderful place to come and visit, and thanks for taking the time. Look out for Ross's Venison coming in store very soon, and hopefully we'll be back one day very soon to come and visit again.
No, that's great. Thank you very much, and thanks for supporting us. Cheers,
Yeah.
Dan.
Back to the studio.
There we go. Wow, that is seriously fantastic looking place to work, Ross. I'm quite jealous. We get the food hall, which isn't bad, but to work out there must just be a dream.
It is. No, we're very lucky to live. We're very lucky to live where we do, especially in times like these. I don't take it for granted. It's a great part of the world, and no, we thoroughly enjoy it. A bit challenging in tough weather, but hey, no, it's really good.
It's the place to be in the summer, isn't it? Definitely the place to be.
Lots of people are in the summer.
Yeah. So we're selling Ross's Venison here at Turnbulls, and Ross, just to put you on the spot a little bit, but
Okay.
Peter and Simon are very much in the gamey camp, and they're a little bit shy of farmed venison. Is that fair to say, Simon?
There's been a bit of back and forth, I think, in the last week or so. There's been a little bit of back
it's been
and
great
forth.
debate in Turnbulls. Ross, I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Okay.
So tell us, just beat the stick for the venison you produce.
Well, put it on the spot here, guys. Thanks. It is. No, absolutely, 100%. We believe in the product Farm Venison. It's a consistent product. They're outdoor reared, they're grass fed, but unlike the wild venison, you know you're getting a consistent product for the consumers. Your wild venison can sometimes be good young animals. Other times it can be older wild stock that's maybe not in as good a condition, being on the hills, stalked out there. Whereas we can guarantee a consistent product to the consumer that they can have confidence that it's been reared to standards that the consumers these days expect. So that would be one of my arguments with it, definitely.
Yeah, excellent, good stuff. So we've actually cooked some off. We've got some to try here.
We haven't finished grilling you yet.
Definitely got. We've seen here at Turnbulls over the years a growing popularity, Peter, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's just more year on year. If any of you out there haven't tried venison yet, we can certainly highly recommend it. We can certainly highly recommend the job that Ross is doing. But just in case you haven't tried cooking venison, and we did a little video last week. I think, Matthew, can we cut to that now? Simon cooking some venison. So if you haven't tried it, take a look at this.
Right, so here we go. Ready in 20 minutes. One of my favourite cuts of venison, which is a little bit of venison loin, done very simply, cracked black pepper and rosemary. So I'll just start by prepping a little bit of rosemary. Then add a little bit of cracked black pepper. And just loosely coat the loin. I've got a little bit of butter working in the pan. So that's the loin coated.
Is it important to have a heavy face pan for this?
Yeah, something like a skillet. You almost want to treat it like fillet steak. It's really lean and really tender. You don't want to overcook, and it's easy to do. It's so simple though. So that's the butter there. I'm just ready to put the loin in. And you want about 2 minutes aside. So that venison's just about ready to go now. It's just the right size. I'll then whack it straight in the oven. And that'll be about 10 minutes. Right, so here we go, guys. It's been the rush now for 10 minutes. Works well in the same oven. It's important that we let the venison rest for about the same time that I let it cook for. So we're just going to take it out, cover it in foil, and what will happen is the meat will tenderise and all the twitch fibres within the venison will actually relax and become tender. While I'm doing that, what I'm now going to do is make the little jus. So take some cooking wine or some good wine, Just let that cook off and reduce down. Okay, so my little cheat, I do like a little spoonful of cranberry and port jelly into the sauce. Just has a little sweetness which complements the venison really, really well. So now start serving the venison. What do you think, Producer Matt?
Looks good, that, Simon.
Just really simply drizzle over a little bit of the reduction. Dive in, Producer Matt.
Go, folks. Simon, very well done.
Thank you, Matt.
Simon, that is delicious.
It's really good.
Well done on that. If you haven't tried it, you must try it. Guys, you've just been tucking in, you've just been having a little conversation off camera there. What have you been saying about the flavour?
Well, so, I've always been a fan of wild stalk deer, but I was pleasantly surprised last week when I actually cooked that. And I think one of the things which is particularly off-putting, or has been particularly off-putting to customers regarding sort of larger deer, is the strength of taste. But I must say, and Producer Matt, you can bear me out on this because you actually tried it last week at the actual shop. It's a much more subtle flavour. That said, Pete,
Yes.
we have been back and forth this week, haven't we?
Yeah. We're used to using Little Row.
Yeah.
So, and I've known the stock and I just brought them in and things like that. But I've just said to Mark, and because it's what Ross produces is a bigger animal, we need to use the animal like we use it as a cow.
Yes.
It's slightly
Make sure
differently.
we're using the
Yeah.
cuts in the right places.
Yeah, slightly differently.
In exactly the same way because it's beautiful. It's not as strong, and I find like we've got so many different products off it. So
Yeah.
we've got the burgers, the sausage. You don't have to jump straight in and go, oh, I'll try a steak.
Yeah.
You can actually try a burger, or you can try
Sausage,
sausage, and things like that. So
Actually, I mean, we're very, very lucky here at Turnbulls, or I'm very lucky to have a team. Peter, Simon, Dan, Alex, we've got Rob. They're all very, very good. As Peter said, it's about using the whole animal. Ross, I hope, as a farmer, I hope it's interesting for you to sort of join in on these conversations. It's certainly what we enjoy, getting around the block and having these kind of conversations. But as I say, venison just keeps on getting more and more popular, especially at Christmas. We've seen Christmas, for some reason, every Christmas now we just sell lots and lots of venisons. And
yeah.
talking of Christmas, can't believe it, but we're actually launching our website on Monday. The brochure will be out at some point next week. If you're on our mailing list, look forward to receiving your Christmas brochure soon. It's going to be a slightly different Christmas this year. We've just launched also this week, and Simon, you've got it in front of you, our Christmas cake mix.
Ta-da.
I thought we had a Christmas
Mix
cake
is down
mix.
there.
The mix
Mix
is down there.
Just
Come
have
on,
to move it.
Matthew.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about
It's hiding behind the curries.
Baker Phil's idea?
Thank you, Sausage Man.
Launching a Christmas cake mix.
So Baker Phil, our head baker at Town Centre Shop, came up with this concept of everything you need, not in a box, but actually on a platter. So all you need to add, I think, is eggs.
Eggs and butter.
Eggs and butter.
And of course the marzipan and icing.
And the marzipan icing. Everything's in there, including your little bottle of
Percy Warmer.
Percy Warmer.
Percy Warmer.
So that's all in there. They're absolutely flying out.
They're flying
Absolutely
off the
flying out.
shelves.
Flying off the shelves.
What's really interesting is we're getting a few people coming in buying them who have never done a Christmas cake before, but you don't have to go out and buy lots of packets of lots of things. Everything's weighed off. It's the right amount, so you're only buying what you need. The retail at just £18? Just $18.95, only $18.95. So if you've never done a Christmas cake before, this year could be a chance. I think one of the questions we get asked, which is on the front of the ticket, is it a 9-inch tin or an 8-inch tin? 8-inch cake tin you need. And as I said, it's there. The instructions are there. Tells you exactly how
Comes
to do
with
it.
a cake board as well.
Comes with a cake board.
Look, I just say, Mark, we always get our Christmas cake from Costco, right? And because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few months, my wife's bought one of them, so we're making a Christmas cake. Just nice and easy. She's making it, and we'll see how it goes.
Excellent. There you go. And of course, as I said, it's a slightly different Christmas this year. And I think one of the sort of features throughout lockdown was that people were getting into home baking. People were definitely getting, just life changed, I think. And it's going to continue to change this Christmas. We've got the rule of 6. I know from what I really don't want to do, and this is butcher's talk now. What I don't want to do is try and create any panic buying or anything like that. But we are seriously concerned about Christmas this year. What happened is that the turkey producers, back at the height of the pandemic, around about April, May time, were obviously, is it buying the poults and I don't know what.
Yeah.
Poults, yeah.
So at the time when they're placing their order was at the height of the pandemic, and everybody was panicking, and I think everybody thought the world was about to end, and of course it hasn't ended. We're still going strong, but they cut back on their orders, so there is going to be a potential shortage on turkey this year. Now I don't want to create panic. There'll be enough to go around, but just to add to the mix, we've now got this rule of 6 where we're expecting to see smaller family dinners. Ross, I don't know, as our special guest tonight, how is lockdown going to affect the Wilson family this Christmas?
Lockdown effect, well, it will. I mean, it's usually a big family affair. In-laws sometimes come up, rest of the family, and it's going to be like everyone else. We're going to be dictated by the rules, unfortunately, but we'll still be there. The animals still need fed.
Yeah.
We'll get our turkey in early. If not, we've got plenty of venison, so it'll be round the table at Christmas. But
turkey
it is going to be different.
Turkey and venison this
Turkey
year
and venison,
Wilson,
great combination.
for the Wilson family. Actually, I think everybody, I don't know, Peter, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I think everybody's going to have a good time this Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it's been a tough year. People are a bit fed up, aren't they, really? There's no socialising. I think they're going to have a good time at Christmas.
Well, my brother's been on the phone, because my brother always comes up, and it comes up every year.
Our Robert.
Our Robert isn't going to get his pork pie.
Hello, our Robert.
So
we get this story every Christmas, Robert.
So I think I'll be sending more Robert pork pie down, because he's not going to get up this year, I don't think.
You're going to buy it and send him
I'll send him it down. We'll order it down from.
There you go, Rob. You heard it here first. Yeah,
You're a
pork
good-
pies. What a good brother you've got.
I better not send it down too early, or he'll eat it and want another one sent down.
I think it's fair to say, Christmas is a fairly unique time for us. We're now split over 2 shops as well, so it's quite challenging. I know I get to work with these 2 at Christmas, and the push is hard. Push is very hard. I think we're kind of at the limits of what we can manage here anyway, aren't we? So I don't see any potential problems here at Turnbull's.
I think if we have one of them, maybe we could do a couple more orders.
We'll be all right. I think we'll have plenty to go around, but it's going to be an interesting Christmas this year. If you've got any thoughts about what your plans are, what you're doing, but I think everybody's going to have a good time, drop them in the comments bar below. We'd love to see what you're saying. We can't actually see it because we haven't got a computer screen, but producer Matt is sat behind the computer there, and he may be able to respond to some of your questions. If you've got any questions there, Matt, just feel free to type the answers in for us. And excellent. So that's going live on Monday. You'll be able to place an order online. Fingers crossed, technology permitting. That will all be live at www.turnbullsfood.co.uk. Look out for your brochure. It'll be in the post soon. And that's about it for this month's Butchers Block. I'd like to say a massive thank you. Let's give it up for Ross Wilson. This evening's special guest. Ross, thanks for coming along. If you want to try Ross's venison, make sure you call in at Turnbull's. We've got plenty in store. We ran out last weekend, but we've topped the supplies up. We've got plenty in. Everyone at home, thanks for watching. Stay safe. We'll see you again next month.
Take care.
Bye.